rebuking, punishing, even exiling his people for their habitual habit of turning to the false god Baal. That's all throughout the Old Testament. The name Baal also pops up in the New Testament under the name Beelzebub. If you read Mark 3:22 all the way 30, the Jews accused Jesus of casting out demons by Beelzebub, the prince of demons. Beelzebub, Beelzebub, or Beelzebub. Beel, that's the word Baal. Zebub, Zebul, means Lord of the Flies, Lord of the House. In fact, Baal is simply Satan's disguise. Because if you go with what the Jews said in Mark 3, Beelzebub is the prince of demons. But the prince of demons would be Satan. So here, if the Jews are right and Jesus didn't correct them, that means Beelzebub, Baal, is simply another name of Satan. Because there's only one ruler of demons, Satan. He rules the kingdom of darkness. All evil spirits are subject to him. If that's true, then that means if I establish tonight by the sources, Muslim sources and non-Muslim sources, if I establish Allah is simply another form, another name for Baal, and Islam is simply another form of Baal worship, then that actually further confirms Islam is the religion of the devil. It's Satan's religion that Satan inspired through Muhammad to be the competitor against Judaism and Christianity. And that would make sense, right? Because all throughout Old Testament history, the chief competitor to Yahweh, Yahovah, was Baal. Right now, as we speak, the chief competitor is Islam. You understand why it's important? So here are the three facts I want to establish. Facts that either the sources themselves come out and say, or facts that are derived from what these sources are saying. Okay, here are the three facts. And this is all in my articles. Fact number one, Hubal was the chief deity, the chief god of Mecca and of the shrine, the Kaaba. That's the first fact. Fact number two, Hubal was actually Baal. Hubal, and the Muslim sources will testify, was actually the Arabic name for Baal. That's the second fact. The third fact, the sources don't come out and say it, but that's the logical, necessary inference. Hubal was Allah, Allah was Hubal. If you actually read, quote unquote, between the lines, you're going to see Hubal was Allah, Allah was Hubal. So are you now ready to dig in? Okay, ready? Make sure you click on those links to the articles and save them. One thing I want to share. I want to give you a little background on the pagan religion in Mecca. Mecca, according to the Muslim sources, is the place where Muhammad was born. He belonged to the Quraysh tribe, and according to the Muslim sources, the Meccans were into astral worship. The Arabs, before Muhammad and during the time of Muhammad, were into astral worship, where they worshiped the sun and moon and 5 planets, because they thought there were only 5 planets. Now, in many cultures, the sun was the male deity, and the moon was the female deity. Not in Arabia. The moon was the male deity, and the sun was the female deity. And the sun was the consort, the wife of the moon. If I'm not confusing you, let me just read what Abdullah Yusuf Ali says. I can't read all of it. This is a Muslim.